Brought to you by the new Faro's Lounge Kickstarter. 25,000. Let's go for 30. That's right, I'm a badass. Chugging water on the air, motherfucker. Lions. Buccaneers. 75 grand in the pot. 7,500 to first place. 60 grand total losers. 20 captains. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Top card in the deck. Mike Evans. Jared Goff. Baker, Candlestick Maker. Jamia Gibbs. David Montgomery. Christopher Daniel Godwin. Rashad White. Oh, a lot of fucking superstars in this game. Sam Laporta. Carried me into the playoffs and did shit in the fantasy playoffs. Backup quarterbacks down to the next round. Josh Reynolds leads the second tier. Kate Otten. Down to Chase McLaughlin. Michael Badgley. Trey Palm. Jamison Williams. The Lions D. The Buccaneers D. David Moore. Chase Edmonds. And finally, for captain consideration, Khalif Raymond. Top card of the deck, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Holden 7 of 9 targets for 110 yards in Sunday's win over the Rams. The moment wasn't too big for St. Brown in his playoff debut, as he led the Lions in every receiving category while notching the first 100 game of his postseason career. St. Brown didn't get involved in any part of Detroit's 3 touchdown drives to open Sunday's victory, but he played a key role between the goal lines in each of those 75-yard scoring drives. St. Brown will look to record the first postseason touchdown reception of his career when the Lions host the NFC divisional game next Sunday. Down to the bottom of the deck. Patrick Laird, inactive for the game. He didn't play in the game. Go fuck your mother. Gage. Kennedy. Tana Daula. Should we read this idiot? Because it's recent, so maybe it's relevant. We'll read it for the fuck of it. Inactive in Monday's wildcard game against the Eagles. The running back was elevated from the practice squad Monday, but did not make the cut for the game day roster of 48 players. Laird has not appeared in a game this season and sits behind Rashad White, Chase Edmonds, and Sean Tucker on the depth chart. Now, it's a depth chart fucking thing. If it comes down to a vote, I'll look into these fucking 3 guys. I don't like it. I don't like it. He didn't play in the fucking game. It's not relevant. It's not admissible. Relevant cards in this deck only. If he didn't fucking play in the game, he isn't. See, again, inactive for Monday's game. He didn't play in a fucking game. It's not relevant. The evidence is by all means inadmissible. I mean, it's recent because it was fucking yesterday. Jacob Binder reverted to the Lions practice squad Monday. The fullback played 20 special team snaps and 5 offensive snaps in Week 18 and 19 special team snaps and 7 offensive snaps in the wildcard win over the Rams on Sunday. However, he did not record a stat in either contest. Kabinda logged just 1 carry during the regular season. See, again, relevant but useless. But we had to read it to know they're not playing the Kabinda card. Reggie Miller, retired Pacers guard. Antoine Green, man, I waited a whole fucking year for you to do something. Of which you did nothing. Sean Tucker did nothing. Shane Zylstra, this guy's been out all fucking year. You prick bastard. You had the greatest fucking story, and you didn't fucking play. Piece of shit, you. Jamal Jefferson. Well, yeah, all these gentlemen played this weekend, so if it's not from this weekend, it's not relevant. Right. Yeah, I read this shit. You didn't fucking play. Ferkser, active roster, Saturday. Yeah, no. Wait, does that mean? No, again, it's before the game. He didn't play in the fucking game. Irrelevant stories. We want relevant, and that's it. Reynolds, old shit. This guy did fucking nothing. Tompkins, nothing. Did nothing in the game. Did nothing, nothing, nothing. Ruled out. Did nothing in the game. Edmonds. Again, old fucking news. Did nothing yesterday. I watched the games. Moore did some damage. I don't have a story on him yet, but he did some fucking damage. It's a hell of a 6 card, Mr. Moore. Buccaneers D. Lions D. Jamison Williams, what we got? See, a lot of this is old shit, but again, he didn't really do shit in that fucking game either. A lot of these guys we can end up pulling. This is going to come down to the clown. Although Jamison Williams, did he pop off for any big games this year? I think Jamison's a 6 card. He's a 6 card. He didn't do shit this year. Badgley. A lot of old news coming in here. McLaughlin. Yeah, he was a killer in that fucking game. He's relevant. K-Dot. Brought an 8 of 11 targets for 89 yards in the Buccaneers' wild card win over the Eagles on Monday night. Otten was the surprise leader in receptions, receiving yards, and targets on the night, and by a wide margin at that. Arguably the single most unexpected individual performance on either side during Tampa Bay's dominant win. His totals were all career highs as well, as he continuously exploited Philadelphia's linebackers and safeties. The second-year pro could be busy again in Sunday's divisional round battle against the Lions, considering Detroit has also had plenty of trouble defending the tight end position this just completed regular season. Well, hell yeah. Oh, just fucking Otten just went out there and fucking dominated. Otten and McLaughlin there, gentlemen. Reynolds came up somewhat big. 13 points. I mean, all these guys, again, it's captains. They could all be captains. David blow someone. John Wolford. Again, before the fucking game. Hendon Hooker, did he do anything? No, he did not. Sudfield. This might be hard to gather some data, but that's how we do it here. Teddy Bitch Waters. Kyle the Pask Trask. Sam Laporta. Holding all 3 of his targets for 19 yards and a touchdown in Sunday's win over the Rams. The rookie tight end carried a questionable tag heading into Sunday's playoff tilt after suffering a hyperextended knee in the regular season finale against the Vikings last week. Laporta was able to suit up with the assistance of a knee brace and provide fantasy players the second 2-yard touchdown in as many weeks. The 22-year-old's first postseason score helped the busy Detroit to its first playoff win since before the tight end's birth, a 38-6 win in Dallas in 1992. Laporta will now join his teammates as the Lions prepare to host the divisional round of the playoffs for the first time since 1994, next Sunday. Rachaad White rushed 18 times for 72 yards and secured one of 3 targets for 3 yards in the Buccaneers' wild card win over the Eagles on Monday night. White handled his usual robust workload on the ground in the playoff win, helping set up the positive early tone for Tampa Bay with runs of 8, 4, and 7 yards on the Buccaneers' opening drive. White's longest run was just 12 yards, so he generally was able to advance the ball for modest but meaningful distances consistently. White was less involved than usual in the passing game, but in Sunday's upcoming divisional round clash against the Lions' defense that has been outstanding against the run, he can find himself with a bigger receiving role. Lions defense. Did they mention the Lions defense when they mentioned K-Dot? Philly linebackers defending the tight end positions. That's a mention of Lions D. No, they didn't really say defense there. They just said Lions defense first. They were first against the run, but they said Rachaad will be out there receiving passes. All right, we'll see. Right now, Lions defense, the only card we got mentioned here. Christopher Daniel Godwin brought in 4 of 5 targets for 45 yards and a touchdown in the Buccaneers' wild card win over the Eagles on Monday night. Godwin had a relatively quiet night until the latter portion of the fourth quarter, when he put the Buccaneers' final points of the night on the board with a 23-yard touchdown grab. He now has at least 4 receptions in 5 of the last 6 games and has scored twice in the last 3, giving him a solid fantasy floor heading into a Sunday afternoon divisional round battle against the Lions that could feature plenty of passing. David Montgomery ran the ball 14 times for 57 yards and a touchdown while catching his only target for 11 yards in Sunday's win over the Rams. Montgomery kicked off the scoring Sunday when he capped off a 10-play, 75-yard opening drive on a 1-yard touchdown run. The bruising back would go on to lead Detroit's backfield in both carries and yards, while both he and Jahmyr Gibbs scored a first-quarter touchdown. In fact, the backfield mates finished a wild-card win with exactly 68 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown apiece. Detroit figures to employ a similar run-heavy strategy, spearheaded by Montgomery, in the upcoming NFC divisional round. Gibbs is on the board. Baker Mayfield completed 22 of 36 passes for 337 yards with 3 touchdowns and no interceptions and added 2 rushes for 16 yards in the Buccaneers' wild-card win over the Eagles on Monday night. Mayfield had been struggling with rib and ankle injuries coming in, but neither appeared to inhibit him at any point during his latest impressive showing. The resurgent veteran averaged 9.4 yards per attempt after generating a session-low 4.3 figure in Week 18 against the Panthers, and he impressively distributed the ball to 9 different targets overall. Mayfield also remained turnover-free and posted his 5th multi-touchdown tally in the last 6 games by connecting with David Moore, Trey Palmer, Chris Godwin for his 3 scores. Mayfield's final yardage figure was propped up by a great run-after-catch work on the part of both Moore and Palmer, but the veteran signal caller carries plenty of momentum heading into what be a high-scoring affair against the Lions in a road divisional round clash Sunday afternoon. So Moore is on the board. Godwin is on the board. Palmer is on the board. Right? We read Laporta, right? We read White. I'm sorry, I'm high. Montgomery, we just read Montgomery, right? feel like we read Godwin. Did we skip by accident? We read Godwin, and okay, all right, now I'm caught up. Jahmyr Gibbs rushed 8 times for 25 yards and a touchdown while corralling all 4 of his targets for 43 yards in Sunday's win over the Rams. Gibbs was an integral part of building Detroit's early lead when he scored the club's second rushing touchdown in the first quarter in Sunday's NFC wildcard victory. Starter David Montgomery hit pay dirt on the Lions' first possession. Then Gibbs followed with a 10-yard scamper up the middle on the ensuing offensive drive. Jared Goff then followed with a touchdown pass to tight end Sam Laporta to complete a trifecta of touchdowns on the team's first 3 possessions. The offense cooled thereafter, but the early point explosion was enough to lift the team to the next round of the playoffs. Expect the Lions to get Gibbs to double-digit touches in the upcoming NFC divisional round. That's 1 for Montgomery. It's 1 for Goff. It's 1 for Laporta. Hot damn. So we read Baker. Oh, so we just skipped around like an idiot. Feature plenty of passing. We read that he fed the Godwin. Oh, I just jumped by accident. Okay, Goff. Jared Goff completed 22 of 27 passes for 277 yards and a touchdown with no turnovers in Sunday's win over the Rams. The term revenge game gets bandied about frequently, and it may be tough to find a stronger example than Goff's performance Sunday against the team that drafted him first overall in 2016. The 29-year-old completed nearly every pass attempt for a 121.8 quarterback rating en route to a victory over the quarterback that he was traded for back in 2020. Goff has shown steady improvement since the trade, which culminated in a win over his former club Sunday and Detroit's first playoff win since 1992. Goff and the Lions will now prepare to host the divisional round of the NFL playoffs next Sunday. Finally, Mike Evans secured 3 of 7 targets for 48 yards in the Buccaneers' wild-card win over the Eagles on Monday night. Evans finished in receptions and 4th in receiving yards despite garnering the second most targets on the night for Tampa Bay, an unfamiliar level of inefficiency for the multi-time Pro Bowler. However, Evans finished strong with 19 and 8-yard grabs on Tampa Bay's final scoring drive, and he was also partly responsible for his modest night by dropping what looked like a perfectly thrown deep ball from Baker Mayfield just past the midway point of the first quarter. Evans should be heavily involved again when the Buccaneers face the Lions on the road in divisional round playoff matchup Sunday afternoon, a game in which Tampa Bay all air attack figures to play an integral part. That's 1 for Baker. Everybody's got ones. It's all ones. I got 9 cards listed here. Lions D, Gibbs, Montgomery, Goff, Laporta, David Moore, Chris Godwin, Trey Palmer, Baker Mayfield. So let's put it in order of price. So if you're ranking in order of price, Goff is number 1. Baker is number 2. Gibbs is 3. Montgomery is 4. Okay. So that's Montgomery, Goff, Gibbs, Baker. Who comes after Montgomery? 5 is Godwin. 6 most expensive, Laporta. All right, then we got what? Godwin's out, so we got 3 left here, right? 3 cards left. Then Palmer. Then Lions. And finally, David Moore. Well, Goff, Baker. Shit, you can get Gibbs. You ain't getting Montgomery with Gibbs. Double-digit touches. Gibbs. You got 5 Gs. Ooh, McLaughlin. Or you go to Palmer. Or you go to Moore. Who's down here in the shit pile that's worth going after? Nobody, really. There was nobody in this pile that we really liked. Who was like the first guy that we liked down here? So you got David Moore, right? In terms of a 6 card, he's a good 6 card. Then you got nothing to work with down here. So let's say you sacrifice Gibbs first, right? Just for the fuck of it. This gets us up to about Let's go. We go Gibbs to Montgomery. That gets us 3 Gs for what? Edmonds, yeah. So you bring Gibbs back in and you dump Baker. That gives you 4 Gs for the Lions D. Essentially making this a fucking slaughter stack. This is trying to bank off the idea that the Lions just come in and shithouse the Buccaneers, which I'm not against. I'm down with that shit. All right. Now we got Mike Evans. So with Fade and St. Brown's, you got Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery, right? Which you can't get all 4. We don't need Godwin. We want to keep Baker, of course. So what if you bring in Laporta, right? Can we drop one of these fuckers? We can drop Gibbs, right? You keep Laporta. You take a punt down here for who? Ferkser or Wright? O'Keefe. What if we went with Cade Otton instead of Laporta? Dump Laporta. 2. Clear this shit up here. 1 second. So the problem is we have no absolute. I have to have this guy in the fucking thing. Well, you want Mayfield there with him. That's a given. You can go 4 fucking Lions underneath, right? So you go Goff, Gibbs, Montgomery. But let's say you dump Goff. Let's say we drop Goff. For Ott. That gives us 35 for more. David Moore in here. Let's go get fucking shootout this thing, right? Can you go up to Gibbs from Montgomery? You can. We have Gibbs in there already. So we don't need. Especially the whole running game against the air attack of the fucking Buccaneers. I kind of like that. I like that lineup. That lineup works. Contrarian. Goff. Give him his boys. Give him Gibbs. Give him Montgomery. Give him Laporta. We can still get Baker. With 24 left for Edmonds. Or Tompkins. Edmonds got in that game, if I remember correctly. No, he didn't do shit. 10 points against New Orleans, though. 7 against Atlanta. I don't know. Is this guy worth a fucking 6 card? Let's say we go Otten instead of Laporta. Gives us 38. A little more to play with there. Buccaneers D. Ooh. No, this is gonna be a fucking shootout. More. Three targets, three targets. I like it. Baker Mayfield. Well, let's give him his targets. Give him Godwin. Give him Martin. Give him Evans. I want a nice little slaughter stack for this motherfucker right here. McLaughlin. Oh yeah. Enough left for Montgomery. Full on Baker slaughter stack. I just want to have one. In case Baker just comes out shooting. But we can eliminate Khalif Raymond back here. And do another normal Baker. Well, as normal as can be. With our Goff in the two backs. So give me Goff and these three underneath. Now again, we go Laporta and Moore. Or we go Otten and Moore. Laporta and Moore, or Otten and Moore. I say we do both. We eliminate another cat. I mean, Baker's a beast. We did Otten and Moore on this one. Yeah, fuck Chase Edmonds. We're going to do Laporta and Moore in this one. So Baker, Goff, Gibbs, Montgomery, Laporta. Oh, we don't get more, you cunt. All right, fuck that then. Go Godwin. Give me Laporta. Godwin will get rid of somebody. Oh, right there. I'm going to trade Montgomery for Moore. Yep. So we got three Baker lineups going in there. Baker, Candlestick Maker. We sacrifice people. It's okay. We can do it. Gibbs, along with Goff, Baker, Montgomery. Who else can we fit? Take Laporta, which gets us more. Done. Montgomery. So again, Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Laporta. Again, 35 left. It gets us more. Godwin. Again, just come down these three. We're essentially fading St. Brown and Evans for this game. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Can we get him? We can. Oh, you cunt! Problem is, underneath more, it's garbage. Let's go Otten. We drop Montgomery. What do we got? McLaughlin, absolutely. Can we do another one where we would drop Gibbs for Montgomery? Is that doable? Anybody else here we can cut? More Buccaneers D. Yeah, I think we can cut the defenses. Yeah, cut the fucking defenses. This was what? This was Gibbs. So that'll be what? Goff, Baker, Montgomery. All right, what did we do? Laporta. What is this one? Oh, this was Godwin. That's why. Sorry. Where the fuck are we? What just happened? What did I miss here? This is Godwin, Ottman. Oh, yes, this is what we're doing here with this one. Okay, so get Gibbs out of here. Get Godwin in here. This one we kept Gibbs. This one we're doing Montgomery. Okay, good. We're all caught up here. This was Otten, right? McLaughlin. But if we did Laporta instead of Otten, what do we get? 46. Let's get just Badgley. I'm down with Badgley. Badgley's kicking fucking field goals in this game. We could do another Godwin and ditch the Lions deal. We could save it. We got two Godwins. We're good. Solid. All right, Rashad White. Get him the group. All right. Goff, Maker, Gibbs, Montgomery. 32 left over for more. We're in. We like it. We love it. We want some fucking more of it. Sam Laporta, along with Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. 41 left over for Lions D. Fucking do it. Do it. Just fucking do it. Just a fucking slaughter stack. Which is Baker throwing his nuts off. We're keeping him there because he was good. It's Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. What do we got left over? 59 for absolutely. All right. Now we got Otten at the captain's position, along with Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Who are we coming back up with here? So I don't know about Reynolds, but I'll definitely take McLaughlin. 1,400 left on the table. We're down. Chase McLaughlin. 15 fucking points that motherfucker put up. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Laporta. Fuck yeah. Can that be the fucking lineup that takes it all down? 7,500 pays for a lot of fucking chow, people. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. With Laporta up the fucking end. Essentially the same exact lineup, you're just switching out the kickers and captain. Kicker captains have one fucking slates. I know because I made 10 grand on fucking Graham Gano. Of all fucking people. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Who do we come up with here? Rashad fucking White coming up the end? Absolutely. All right. Jamison Williams. Yeah, he could pop off. Fortunately, he can't. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Godwin underneath. I could do that. I'm down with that. Lions D. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down with it. Goff, Skip Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Bring in Amon-Ra, of course. And with the money we got left over, K-Dot. And finally, David Moore at fucking captain. It could be done. Goff, Baker, Gibbs, Montgomery. Oh! You just miss on Evans. So I don't think you either want. You don't want to even need Evans. If Moore goes off. So is it a Goblin or White underneath you? It's a shootout, man. Take Godwin. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough game to call. There's just weapons all over this fucking game. Everybody's healthy going in, so hopefully it's just a fucking 80-point fucking game, just 40 points from each team, so the fucking league just constantly changes. May fate and fate decide your fortune and if you should win. Blow your money right here on the new Pharaoh's Lounge Kickstarter. Going for 26 grand, 20 days to go. Can it be done? Well, I guess that's all up to you then. Peace. Love.